now. I'm trying to pick up the stream as we're going. Boom. Hello to everyone. Got me a new hat. Satoshi. Oh, you can't see it. Satoshi. You see it? That's right. Satoshi. I'm wearing that bad boy right now. I don't know how it looks. Anyway, it's backwards. You have found the Power Hour. We are stocktrade.tips on Telegram. It's also our website. You can check us out there. Power Hour is a crazy hour. As you know, the craziest hours on trading are the first hour that you have orders come in from yesterday, so it gets a little crazy. In the last hour, because you have a lot of sell-offs and you could find a lot of rockets. So, with that said, I use Robinhood. Don't really like Robinhood, but it shows up on the screen very well, and we can chase rockets a lot faster. So that's what we'll do. So let's go. And while we're talking rockets, I will give you some commentary on the markets today, some things that we're seeing, some TA, technical analysis, if you would, and on certain stocks that we're looking at, even crypto. So, all right, we're off. It is 2 o'clock. I do need to jump in here and let me tell the guys real quick. Copy. And tell them that we are moving. Nobody's really joined yet, so I'm not in this just incredible amount of hurry. It just says I'm live, which I am, and about to get this thing cooking one time. Got to do a little cut and paste here one more time, and we will be off hunting a rocket. Boom. One time. Bam. There we go. You see it all on the screen there. We're hunting rockets. Also need to put up my hedgy moves. We will also look at insider trades. We'll also look at the hedgy moves during the hour, and let's see if we can find some. We've had a great day. Good day so far. RXTS. Look out. We found our first one. Let's see what we can do. Going to buy a share. One share. Again, we're betting pizza and beer money. This is truly, for lack of a better term, gambling. Burks looked like it might turn, but it turned back at its intraday high. Got a lot of good grinders today. You'd love to see that. I'd love to see get some guys really profiting, and that is phenomenal. This has been a great week. Yesterday wasn't a great day. We had a sell-off yesterday. Clearly, Jay Powell, what he said today, said that tapering would start, but it's it's going to probably run through September of next year, even if it goes 8 months. So didn't really spook the market too much, and that was good to see. Finvolution, FINV, is not. If you want to know what a grinder is, if you've never seen this, that's a grinder. Look at that. Down, full reversal, real full reversal, pulling back. That's a grinder all day long, and it's up 2%. That is Planet Fitness PLNT. So, like I said, he didn't really spook the markets. He's one that typically doesn't. Another thing is he's fighting for his job. Biden could nominate somebody else for that job. He's a holdover from the Trump administration, but he's done a phenomenal job during the pandemic. So I don't know why they would put in somebody else, because he certainly calmed the markets, and you love to see that, right? I know small caps and micro caps are directionally down, and they're choppy, and mid cap is just going sideways and it's choppy. But the large caps and mega caps clearly have done well as we keep hitting all-time highs. So it's really your top 10% of stocks, top 20% of stocks, really hitting those all-time highs. EVLV, we called this about 3 nights ago. Let's see what it's got today. It's on a rocket ride right now. When did it start? About 155. So I'm already down 36 cents because RXST has pulled back a little bit. We'll see if it's got some more steam. If it doesn't, we'll just we'll cut it. You know, because you got to cut losses quickly here. Got to cut losses quickly. So Powell says the taper may start this year. He said it may start this year. That's really the key sentence in what he said. And so didn't spook the markets too much. Clearly, it's a green day if you want to look at where we are, because you always need to know what the macro is, right? Dow just going sideways, but it's already up 245. It doesn't look like it's selling off. NASDAQ is actually grinding a little bit here. It went 192. And the S&P grinding a little bit at 40. You can see the heat map here is green. The only thing that's not green is like your healthcare and your diagnostics look to be in the red. So we'll be looking at Open Insider as well to see if there are some new. TPL is not new. In fact, when TPL sizes up, it's the same Murray Stahl. Just disregard. I will tell you this, from the ones yesterday, Love is up today. LOV, that's Spark Networks. NGL is up today. I believe FOR was up as well. So these are all from yesterday. And tell me if I'm wrong. I believe EPD is up as well. So it's 21. So that is as of today. So with that being said, let's go back to hunting some rockets. Again, good grind. Oh, EYEG. Ooh, I know my guys on the channel like this one, so we're going to take a chance. Pull that slot machine back. Boom. We found EYEG. Let's see what it does. I don't think it's going to do much because it's already pulled back one time. But you never know. And it's a Friday. Things are green. I was really looking for a sell-off. I do see some stocks turning over. Not a lot. I say that, but then I see more. I see most of them are just going sideways or slightly grinding up. All right, this is the one I want to talk about. We're going to talk about circuit. Look at this. It's at 5% today. I've had, and it went sideways for like 3 days. But the thing about it is, it's riding. Let me see if anybody. It's riding this lower support trend line. Look at that, right? And we've had hedges, we've had insider size up. Doesn't have a big short. It's got a good short float, high short interest. Excuse me. And then the float is kind of short. It's not short. It's kind of small. It's not the smallest we've seen for sure, but 22 million shares. So it could clearly bust out. But look at this. It's coming into a wedge shape. At some point, it's going to have to make a decision really what it wants to do. But it is riding that support line. I'm going to do some options with this. The next red day, potentially Monday, I am going to get into some options, some longer term call options here, because I believe when it does get out here, September-ish, mid-September, I think it's just going to take off. I really do. There's just so much momentum behind it as far as the insider buys. That's all I'm saying. Okay? And when I say the insider or the smart money buys, not just insiders too, right? So understand that. And specifically, that's kind of what we do here. Something just took off. It's good to see. That's kind of what we do is we follow the smart money. So not just the insiders, but the hedges. It's come to my attention that if you're following the insiders and you're following, and insiders can be, let me explain that real quick. Insiders can be any C-level executive. It can be a director. An insider can also be a 10% plus owner, right? They have to file within 2 days of a trade. And I'd tell you 8 times out of 10, that stock has already pumped within those 2 days or is going to pump. So, and that is what we follow, period. That's it. Now, we also look at hedge fund trades, right? So I'll jump on the Fintel. In fact, here's CRCT. Look at all. So you can see all of the funds that are jumping in, and this is quite the list. 27, 26, 25. Now you'll see this a lot, but then there's a big gap. 816, but 816 had a lot, and then but lately this is the most that I've seen on almost any stock, and it's fairly new. It's a semiconductor stock, which even makes it more compelling. So I like the stock. Here we go. Now I don't know how much volume we have here. Not a lot of volume, but we will. It's Friday. We're going balls to the wall, right? If we're going to get F, we're going to get been over it. I think we'll actually find some more rockets today because the macro really does drive this. The price my macro drives a little bit of price. Price drives behavior. Behavior drives price. Does that make sense? And then you kind of close off the loop and you start back at square one again, right? And that's how it's working. The fundamentals are a little bit of it, but they're not what they once were, especially in this market here. PNT we already own. That's going straight up still. And that's just the way that I feel about the market. People talk about bubbles. Let me tell you something about bubbles. There is no bubble, right? We've been in a bubble for what, 10 years? Like it's ludicrous. Like if you have a 25-year-old junior analyst, associate at one of the big firms, investment banking firms, trading firms, whatever it may be. Did you know they've never seen a true down market? Think about that. That's 10 years. And what was that? 2008, 9, yeah, 10 years, 11 years. So you have a 26-year-old has never seen literally a down market. And they've seen crypto too, right? In those 10 years, you've seen crypto as well. And what has crypto done? Yeah, it does 40, 50, and 90s down, but it always bounces back. That's what they've always seen, right? So when you hear stonks only go up, that's the reason why. DB, good to hear you, baby. Jared Flynn is on as well. I just found this channel today. Lots of very helpful info for the investor traders. I appreciate. Hate to call it advice. It's just what I would do. Certainly, I'm not giving you advice. I'm just telling you what I see in the market. The market does what the market's going to do, and I just call it like I see it. Right? Got a couple guys on the channel that love to chatter. Shout out to James. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Anik, and we just go with it. We got about 300 members, investors in there. Most of them just like to creep, right? I'm not going to give you all the answers. What I am going to give you is what I'm seeing per the TA. Okay, that's what StockTrade.tips is going to do. That's what Mark Maddox is going to do. I'm just going to give you what I'm seeing per the TA. Sometimes you're going to like it, sometimes you're not. Oh, here's love. So it popped up 6% and many times on insiders, when you have an insider that trades this, so he got in here, probably bought somewhere in here, pops up as 6%, and literally the insiders, that's all they're looking for. It's literally 3 to 5%. Sometimes they'll get 10, 8, whatever it is, but for the most part, if it's up 3, 4, 5%, that's their pump. That's going to be your pump. GSMG going parabolic. We're going to buy 2 shares here. Like a $5 trade. Let's see how that goes. We are up 17 cents. We are killing it today, boys and girls. That's right. It's what we like to see. Now, as we chase rockets, there is some rules to the chasing the rockets, right? To chasing the stocks with the incredible momentum here. With the green candle that's just straight up, it looks just like what we have on the screen here, right? First of all, it's got to break even. It's got to go from red to green, and then it's got to make the intraday high, right? It's got to make this, if this were a stock, it's got to make this intraday high. So right here, 90% get turned back at that intraday high. 90% get turned back. The ones that don't, look out. Now you're looking at 3, 4, 5% in the last hour of trading. And we'll get those 2 or 3 times a week, right? Maybe once a day if we're lucky. Today is a really good day. We can have some gamblers on on here. I'm not seeing Mercy on here yet, or at least he has not entered the chat. Steven's not here. Who else is not here? I think James is probably at work. So, all right, chasing rockets. Look at This is a great grinder. 7% up. ISEE. Biofarm, biotech, if you would. We've had one turn down. Still on the rocket there. What is, you know what? Let's look at GSMG. Volatility, we understand it. 10 million in volume. That thing should explode if FOMO gets behind it. So we'll be looking for that. And I kind of run through, just so you know, I run through these very quickly. I hope that doesn't impact your screen. If you want me to blow it up one more, it might be too big. Yeah, it's too big then. So I think you can see it. I think I've rewatched it on my phone. I think it's clear enough to see. If you turn the phone horizontal, if you would, you can see it very, very well. There's CRCT up 5, grinding. A lot of good grinders today. Palantir, we talked about this. Want to let you guys know where to get long. As far as Palantir goes, you want to get long at 28. If it's under 28, I would nibble. It hits 28, I get real bullish real quick per the TA. Per the TA. That's not per Mark Max. That's per the TA. Right? Best trades yesterday on a very bad day on the green day were financials. Today, everybody's making money. Gold is up today. Crude is up today. If you want to check the crypto markets real quick, we can do that. Let me refresh. Bitcoin is up today. Ethereum is up today. Cardano's up 14%, trying to make that $3 high. I think it topped out at $296. See if it can do that. We got Dogecoin. It's up 28 or up to 28. Some of the hot ones. Solano up 12. Luna up 18. Internet Computer. Don't know a lot about that one. Need to know more. Up 10. Poly up. Matic. Sorry. That's what it goes by. Matic. But it's called Polygon. Up 8. Good times there. If you're in crypto. I'll be real honest with you, as I always am. Crypto is where you're going for, versus if you're trading the, look at Annex just taking off, nice quick grinder here. I'm not sure, and it's cleared the intraday highs. Now this is not a rocket yet, but it might turn into one if FOMO takes over, and that's what we're looking for. Clearly, in all these stocks, let me pull the slot machine here and see what we find. If we've got, but what I was saying is that again, crypto is going to give you more alpha than the market, right? In crypto, Bitcoin is going to give you up to its all-time highs about 30%, right? These other coins, your Cardanos of the world, your even like Ethereum Classics, your Litecoins, your XRPs, those are going to give you more beta than what you're going to get with the alpha on Bitcoin. So understand that, right? And I think a lot of you guys do, which is really, really good. But if you like stocks, which we all do, you want to be long mega and large stocks, and then you want to trade. Really, the trade right now is the mid caps. You know, I know we love to trade the small caps because it doesn't cost much. It's $3, $4, $5 stock. I get it. But those are the ones, unless they're directionally bullish, I would not have overnight. A lot of you guys like to swing trade. A lot of you guys like to ape it up. You like to be long on some of these meme stocks. I don't blame you. I don't. But don't come to me and say, "Oh my God, it's down 15% today." You know, we only see these huge winners like support.com. By the way, go to Swaggy Stocks, follow swaggy stocks. This is the mentions on Reddit that includes the Wall Street Bets guys, right? Support has been at the top of this list for the last 3 months. And, you know, we've seen what's happened. It's up 58. I'm sorry. It's up. What is support up? Like, it's something insane for this week. It's selling off today, guys. But just to let you know, for the week, it's up 223%, right? So we saw this a little bit. I did not take advantage of it, but some guys did. And they wrote it up to whatever it was, $25, $20, $19. But nobody saw it hitting, what's it at, 51 now? So just so you know, it is selling off. So if you're in support, you might want to exit that trade. Mercy, what's up, brother? Looking for the rocks. Yes, MMAT is finally up. We love to see it. A lot of guys out there. Steven, James too. Looks like it's peaked out at 29. You're still up 19 for the day. It is selling off, so be cognizant of that. But yeah, that is. I wonder what the good news was, right? Did they announce the divvy that was supposed to be at one time $20 when they bought Torch, or TRCH? Steven would probably know. I counted him for my MMAT. If James is James in the? No, James gave me a pivot point on Matt. I did not see it. Y'all see my new hat? Bam! Look at that, beautiful. We will be making those really soon. All right, let's keep it moving here. Looking for rockets. I know you guys want to see them because that's what Evolve is still looks like it has not pulled back yet much. So we'll stick with that one. EVLV, which we called about 2 or 3 nights ago. Not that's I think it was up like 2% the next day. It's not like it went huge, but you always want to keep your eyes on those. That was an insider call, by the way. Most of our calls now are, although on Fintel, we will go to the latest 13G and 13D filings, and you'll see that we'll make calls from here. FNKO was today. That has already pumped. It pumped like 11% in between the filing and the trade date and the filing. So I did not really make a call on that one. Still hunting rockets, casting that lure out into the lake. Hopefully we don't get a gar. Get a nice little bass. Nice little, about a 6-pound bass. Would that be good? 6 pound? I'm not a big fisherman. My wife loves to fish, but I'm not a fisherman. Look at love to see this. 5%, 9%, 4%, 3%, all grinding up. Still grinding. Zome is down. It was up 2 days ago. ZOM is down 9%. Bears are winning that one today. Cala is up 1%. That was up big on Monday or Tuesday. Support is still up. Again, it's falling. It's up 52%. So if you're in that stock, you may want to get out and wait till it hits bottom and then get back in if you still believe in the stock. That's what I would do, right? I was looking for rockets. Now I'm looking for that hat. So we sell women's hats, women's outdoor accessories. We kill it on the hat side. It's kdead.com. You will not see men's hats there. Actually, you might see a couple men's hats there, but it's like 6 hats. It's not, and that was not there. So I was just playing around with it. I saw it on a different site, and I forget what site it was, but I saw it, and I'm like, we need to do crypto, we need to do stocks, and then we need to do women's crypto, so all you guys can get your wives, your girlfriends, your side piece involved in crypto too. I've got a buddy who's an air traffic controller. His wife, they moved down here like 3 months ago. He transferred in. The wife hasn't found a job, or really not looking. You know what she's doing? Playing the crypto markets. He's a big Cardano fan. He's watched a lot. Look at Hut. That is awesome. Because Hut was like, wasn't it like $3? I thought that was a $30 stock at some point. Yeah. Wow. And what's it done in a month? 67% in a month, and that's HUD-8. So that is a crypto mining stock. Again, if crypto is up, your mining stocks are going to be up. If crude is up, your big energy stocks are going to be up, right? You just got to, I mean, if you see that in the pre-market that crude is up, I'm telling you, jump in your Chevrons of the world, right? You're not going to get a big bump, but you ain't losing. You're not losing that day. You might go 0.5%, you might go 3% up that day. But it's all about risk management, truly. Is anybody else seeing any like true rockets that I haven't already? I may jump. It looks like it might be peeking out. EVLV. We'll jump on one more here. I'm feeling a little randy today as the market is up. You know, you just feel good about yourself. You feel good about your situation when the market's up. This one, what are we up on this one? We're at 4% already on GSMG. It looks like it's pulled back a little bit, but it's got a ton of volume, of average volume. Let's just go ahead and double down. Screw it. Look at us. What am I up? Like 29 cents now? 28 cents. I knew I was killing it. Knew it. All right, let's spin this wheel again. The slot machine is now open and spinning. See if we can come up aces or whatever, or cherries, whatever, like the 3 cherries, right? What else? We talked about crypto a little bit. Good grinders. I am seeing some sell-off, so if you're watching this on your second screen, you might want to be looking at your stocks because some are, looks like it's about half and half, grinding, and some are selling off because they've been up all week. And you typically see that on Fridays. Let me tell you what. Fridays, if it's been a good week, big time institutional traders will absolutely get out of their positions and they will sell off because they don't want to take the, it's not just overnight risk, it's weekend risk at that point, right? So you get a lot more risk over the weekend, especially with the Afghan issue going on, with the bombings. Supposedly today it wasn't 2 bombs, it's back to 1 bombs now. So we don't even know specifically what's going on, and that's the way war is, though. But and believe me, it's a war. From the guys that I've talked to, I've talked to 2. I mean, to be on that wall right now, I'm not sure if I wanted to look at maps here. That's steep enough to make me want to at least try here. It's not a clean rocket. It may turn down on me. Candles are getting shorter and the wicks are getting longer. It's like a country and western song. Okay, double down there. We're moving. I'm up 45 cents. Can I get to $1 today? That's my. We're at 2:30 now. We're at 2:30. 3:30 East Coast time. And we are clicking. Have we found EYEG's make it? I didn't make a move. Now I've got to start all over again. Let me move through here quickly, guys, so I get to the bottom. I did try to count the stocks. I'm down to 270 now because I tried to weed out the stocks that, not that they're bad stocks, but they just don't have enough volume. And seasonality comes in again. Hang on a second. GAMB, don't have this on my list. Gambling, boom, yep, it's good enough for me. Also, ESPN, speaking of gambling.com, ESPN is in talks with DraftKings and with Caesars as they're going to do some type of partnership that lets you gamble through ESPN. I'm guessing on the TV, which we all knew that was coming. ESPN clearly sees it, and so watch for that. If that does happen, I don't know if ESPN, who they're owned by, but certainly you can Google that and find out. And is ESPN owned by AT&T? They might be. Somebody Google that if you can. See who ESPN is owned by. It might be Disney. It's one of the two. Pretty sure. Almost positive. So what was I saying? What was I saying? I don't have. I lost my train of thought. All right, going back to the Rockets. straight up gangster grinders today, though, and you'd love to see that. Boy, you could have jumped in on a lot of grinders at 2 o'clock. And let this be a lesson to me as well. You could have jumped in at 2 o'clock on some serious grinders and done very well today. Like, there's not a lot of sell-offs. Typically, you would need to manage those grinders because you might see a sell-off again. It's Friday, though. So, and here's what I was going to say. The seasonality, right? Fascist ESPN. The seasonality that we're in right now, people taking vacations, volume is way down, and it's typically down seasonally during the summer. So there are seemingly, when the volume drops and you've got a stock that can be easily influenced by a short or a small float, I keep saying short, by a small float, you could see those stocks absolutely jump up really quickly. And I think that's what we're seeing. I really do. I think that I've convinced myself of that, and understand after August, you typically see stocks go down. Okay? Like the market in general, the macro typically goes down. I'm not saying that we're going to sell off like huge, but typically that's what happens in the fourth quarter. There's a lot of reasons for that. One of the big reasons is that late in the fourth quarter, hedge funds have to take a little bit of profits. And this year, if Biden is going to get through his infrastructure, which also includes taxes will be raised on corporations. So you'll see I think you'll see a big sell-off on hedge funds. They're trying to attack carried interest as well. So watch for that. ESPN is an American, but thanks, Jared. Joint owned by Walt Disney. They own 80%. Hearst owns the other 20%. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Yeah, so they own Disney. ESPN. So they're in talks. And that would be so you would see Disney jump. I mean, Disney jumped, about 2 weeks ago when its earnings were really, really really good. I know they beat estimates for sure. But you're going to see Disney jump. Now, that's a mega stock, though. So a jump to them is like 2, 3, 4%, right? That's a big jump, right? 1 to 2 is but still, if you're in that stock and the S&P is, like, everybody's going to benefit from that. But look out. We got our CYTA. It's got low volume, but I'll take a shot. I need to go back up to the top and do a little risk management, clean out my losers. PNT is completely just going sideways. We're out of that one. We'll get out of that one as well and move on. We will spin the casino once again. Anybody see anything? You just bought into Mercy. You might be a little late. We'll see. We will see. A lot of these things. It's why this is complete insanity gambling, this power hour thing, right? Because we should be doing TA, we should be looking at the macro, we should be looking at what is the news of the day on that specific stock, and we're not doing any of that. We're just saying this thing's got a huge green candle, we're going to follow it in. And a lot of people do this at open, and literally 90% of the time you are going to get burned. Support today, it just grinded up even more. So that's the 1 out of 10 times. Plus, I didn't think it was going to be, if I had to put money on yesterday, if I had to put money yesterday on what today was going to be, I thought today was going to be completely red because of Jay Powell and what he was going to say, because he usually screws the markets up. How wrong I would have been. I would have lost a lot of money. So don't bet what I bet. We just do the power hour just for fun. If you got a little change left over, go ahead and jump in. But my point to you is you're probably going to lose. You can and you probably will lose a little bit of money. That's why we don't gamble much, right? Now, if we see something, there has been times that I have seen. Look at Joan. I think we got. Did it break the intraday high? It's right at it. Should we take a chance here? I think we will. We'll buy half a share of a $14 stock. That's how cheap this mofo is. I'm up almost $1. I'm looking all green. Is anything falling that I need to know about? Not just yet. We started over. I was at the bottom when I bought that. So of the stocks, anybody seeing anything else? I'm not seeing anything in the chat. What else? Little blockchain talk. If y'all didn't know, I was listening to Nick Carter. I did not know this about blockchains. Blockchains are NAS. Look out. Here we go. Let's go. We got 2. RNAZ is what we're looking at here. This thing takes off a lot though. So I'm not expecting a huge move there, but it's Friday. I'm feeling good. And I think a lot of investors are too. So we'll do that. But I was watching Nick Carter on Pomp's Best Business Show. And he was explaining some really cool concepts. I did not know blockchains tip over, they stop, they seize up, and the nodes have to be restarted. That doesn't happen on every blockchain, but some of the smaller ones was that BAOS? I've never heard of that one. Thanks, Mercy. What you got? China stock. Looks like it's pulled back, but we'll take a shot. Let's go. Love to get in stocks like that one. What's our? It's got decent volume. So yeah, let's do it. We're showing green, but you can lose the percentage of the green. Like you can be up like 3% on a green and 2%, and then it shows it on this little chart here. It looks like this thing looks is. I mean, it's showing that I'm way up, like $5,000 or something, right? I'm up 75 cents, right? It's relative. But yeah, so blockchains can actually seize up. Some of the crappier coin blockchains with their nodes and their validators they will seize up. And so if you are one that wants to run a node and get those transaction fees, I'm not talking about Bitcoin, I'm not talking about Ethereum. I'm talking about some of the, let's say, coins that are out of the top 50 for the most part. They will seize up and you will have to restart. There could be some issues there upon restart as well, but they do seize up. I did not understand that with respect to, clearly I knew the machines and the nodes could have problems, but I didn't know the blockchain could absolutely seize up, right? Like the entire blockchain. So again, not on your top crypto stocks. I'm not spreading FUD here. I'm just telling you. It's what I learned yesterday. Passing on a little knowledge here, a little G2, if you would. Guys, I'm seeing a lot of these stocks starting to turn over. What that means is a little bit of a sell-off. Like here's a turnover right here. SRG. That to me is a turnover, right? When that starts. That to me, it's been from since 2 o'clock to 2:40. That is now directionally bearish for the day. You've got to be aware of that, right? Look at this one. RNAS, wrong way. Playa, you're going the wrong way. Damn it. All right. So let me roll through and get to the bottom of these. What else we got today, guys? We're talking about MMAT. Great day for that. We think the next stock that could blow, because we're seeing it on swaggy stocks here, is this ATOS. This is typically all the time in the top 5, if not number 2 after support, all the time. And I've got the chart right here. It is literally following, much like CRCT, it's following that bottom support trend line, right? Look at that. So if I'm thinking it's gonna pop above. Heck, it's getting close. 424.36. well, down maybe even $4. I would get long, well, truly I'd get long about 415, and that thing is going to run, could go to 626. So this is what I'm going to get long in real quick on the next red day. There might not be another red day for ATOS. Let's get back to the Rockets. Just pointing out some stocks that we like, that we see on Swaggy Stocks and other sites too. I have not seen any insiders size up. That's the big one. Haven't seen any insiders size up on ATOS. I see that. I know it's going parabolic real soon, right? Haven't seen a lot of hedge funds size up on it, right? Now, hedge funds you're not going to see. When they file the 13G and the 13D filings, guys, they have to take a position of 5% or more in that stock, right? And so a lot will, they'll take a 4.5%, right? So they don't have to file a 13G and 13D, and they can keep, they're trying to keep that beta away from, or their knowledge to find beta away from the other hedge funds, so it doesn't become public, especially if it's going to be a longer term swing, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, right? But don't think for a moment that when we follow hedge funds, let me tell you something. I would say half of them, they pump 2 or 3 days after, so within the 10-day period of when they make the trade and filing, the 3 days, within the 3 to 5 days of the trade, which they hadn't filed yet, that stock will go parabolic. And I'm not kidding you. I've seen it over and over, and doing this for 3 years now. Didn't start doing YouTube until about a year ago. Then I started doing TikTok, and and the thing now is the shorts. So I'm gonna start doing a lot more YouTube shorts with kind of what I do on what's going on. See, here's one. This is directionally turned over. It's not bad. That's a big TDOC is a big. That's a big Kathy Wood. Oh yeah, it went way off its path. Need to do a little bit more better risk management, as I always do. GSMG's turn it is hit a wall and now has pulled back significantly. Need to get out of that one, which I did. BOAS, I don't see it taking off. What are we at? 244. So I've said this before. If you've watched, the Rockets are right at 2 o'clock, 2:30, and really 2:50 or 3:50 Eastern time. That's just kind of how it plays out typically, right? I hate to say that's a rule, because it's certainly not. But the two rocket rules still apply. It's got to beat the intraday high, and it's got to be a green. It's got to go green, meaning it's got to break even for the day, right? Is WISA? I'll jump on this. So I think we had WISA like on Wednesday. So we'll see what that could do for us as well. I need to do more risk management to really make some money at this. I'm at 23, I'm at 98. Watch that. But I'm you know what? I'm just swinging the bat. That's what we're doing. Swinging the bat, hoping to not just hit a single, but hoping to hit like a triple, maybe a home run, maybe a grand slam. You never know. We got some ducks on the pond. Love that we're staying green, though. I really do. I am seeing some sell-offs. So if you're on here, again, look at your stocks. You may want to get out of them over the weekend. We've got a hurricane hitting Louisiana, as you all know. I don't have to report the freaking news on here. But how does that... So all of those rigs out in the Gulf will shut down. SGLB. You just got in SGLB. Oh, do I not have that on freaking Robinhood? Am I saying SGLB? Sigma Labs. That's actually a good stock. Well, it's grinding. I'll give you that much. Let me add that to my list. It's grinding. So you probably saw that right there. It's turned back. It could go. You know what? I'm willing to jump in there with you and ante up. Bam. Let's see. I am now negative. What has hit me hard? One of my first ones has, okay, that is a stock that has turned over. Look at that. That is a definition of going the wrong way. That's not even a pullback now. All right. So, yeah. So, what I was saying about crude. So, got the hurricane coming. Don't need to tell you the freaking news. But here's what happens when a hurricane comes. Those offshore rigs, they absolutely shut the doors. They close down. They stop drilling for a couple days, right? And typically they will go onshore. Also, where it's hitting is between Houston and New Orleans. You have a lot of refineries in there, so just know that. So a lot of those will go offline for a couple of days. It looks like it's a category 3 when it's going to hit. So you will see them absolutely shut down and leave the area. Now the oil, crude will be fine. You probably won't have any now. There's been times, but typically, I hate saying that all the time, they will be fine. Guys, I am seeing the market turn over. We're going to find out real quick. Let me get back here. Let me see what we're hitting directionally. Yeah, NASDAQ's turning over a little bit. Looks like Dow's just going sideways. The S&P is going sideways as well. So the smaller cap stocks are turning over. The micro cap stocks are turning over. The large caps are hanging tough, it looks like. Here's a few that are hanging tough. ALTOs hanging tough. We're at 2:49 my time. That's Central Daylight Time, CDT. And give me a rocket. Come on. Let me see one last rocket. So I should see one real soon. Because about that 250 mark, somebody wants to make a last ditch push. And that's what we're hoping for here. We're getting to the bottom here. Come on. I see some there. Yeah, there's some grinders left. A lot going sideways too. But when you see a sell-off, SLG, it was SLG on the complete bottom, up 9.5. Am I missing something, guys? If you see something that I don't see or that's not on my list, please jump in the chat. Just give me the ticker. What's the best day trading app? Robinhood has 25. Yeah. Well, that's the pattern day trading rule is the 25K. So by law, you shouldn't be allowed to day trade, or you should be allowed 3 day trades a week or something like that if you're under 25K, right? That's an SEC rule, right? So whatever you use, they should stop. Even like, you can swing trade though, right? But you can't have 3 day trades on the same day, right? You can trade you can trade 3 trades, I think, twice a week, and then if that third day is they then dock you and you can't trade for whatever, like a couple days, right? I've really lost my bearings on the whole PDT rule. I like Webull, I really do. I'm liking Webull more and more for the trades that I use on the desktop. It's TD, Thinkorswim. I like it. I'm not saying it's the best. I don't think there is one that is the best. That they all have some. There's interactive. There's a bunch of them. I'm probably not the guy to ask because I've just been with TD for so long. That's integrated into what I do. And again, I don't really trade red days now, especially with the micro caps and even the mid caps. And then why even trade large caps, because they're not going to jump up. They're just not 1%, 2%. So unless I see a phenomenal chart, and James will tell you this, that is directionally, when to really understand a chart, you've got to zoom out. And unless it's for 3 months, directionally bullish, I'm probably not trading that for an extended period of time. Just not in with all the chop in the markets right now. Just not gonna do it. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, a lot of you guys are a little bit a little bit more aggressive than me with the trading and love the meme stocks, and you're on Reddit and you're reading what Reddit's saying and Wall Street Bets is saying, and I get it. And if you get a tip, great, trade it. But there's a lot of charlatans out there, and so I'll be real honest with you. I don't trade the red days now. I really don't. Today, I would have traded. I didn't trade today. You want to know why? Because I had meetings all day long. I had at 8:30. I had a 10 o'clock. I had 11 o'clock. I then went to lunch. Then I came back, and power hour was basically here. So I did not trade today. Wish I did. This would have been the day to trade, with it being up so much. Oh, look at XAir. Now this was one last night so this was an insider sized up yesterday on this stock. You can see why. Actually, he probably sized up on the 25th because he gets 2 days. Probably sized up around here, and he's probably up. Yeah, he's at like 20%, but it's still up. So that's grinding up. So this looks like to have found a bottom. It's up 42%, and for the week it's up 24%. Yeah, it looks like that's directionally. There you go. Beyond Air, XAir. That is one that I would absolutely trade on a swing, right? So, what am I missing here? What just took a tumble? That's GLB going the wrong way, player. That's a nice little pullback, maybe into a sell-off. We'll see. Maps is selling off. You can just tell by, well, if I could, did I sell that? No, I hit the wrong button. Sell. All right, selling all there. See if I can make a little money left. All right, what else? LICY. Let's look at it. LICY. Mercy, thank you. Yes, boom. That's a true rocket. Let's jump it. Right at the 253 mark for me, CDT. We got college football this weekend. Who's in? Shout out to all the teams out there. It's going to be phenomenal. Not really the teams, the fans. I love this time of year. One, it starts to cool down. Two, you actually have sports on the TV that you can watch your stocks and you can, well, not on the weekends, but point is that you can do your research. Let me just say that staff looks like it may have turned up too. Take a shot. Staff tried to rock it yesterday as well. Tried to rock it. It's just WISA's just going sideways. I'm going to jump out of it and see if I can't make a couple. Yesterday I had literally 32 trades. It's not good. You want to trade as little as possible. The more you're in the market, the more that the stock could go down. I like the scalping, right? But no, especially in that small and mid cap range, scalping is the way to go. From what I see, I'm gonna have to keep that one in for right now. All right, give me one more rocket here, guys. Come on. Let's pull that casino slot machine. DAX is up 26% today. Might get even a bigger late rally here. I don't know if I call it a rally, but it was going sideways. All right, all of a sudden I'm down $1.82. Something just went wrong. I do. So I'll be real clear on Robinhood. I will tell you what Robinhood's good for: options. I really like. There's not a lot of slippage. Every day I quote the VIX. You got to watch the VIX in the morning. The VIX is over 20. Options are going to be extremely, extremely high. You got to watch that VIX. You got to learn the macro. But the VIX today was 17. It climbed. I believe it climbed to 18. Clearly, it's gone the other way, or I would think it would have. Haven't looked at it, but you know what? A lot of people trade off of that VIX. A lot of big traders, they'll trade off of that VIX and they'll trade futures off of that VIX, because the higher the VIX, the higher the implied volatility, which means your option premiums are going to be more, right? The higher the VIX, and over 20 is kind of like the pivot point, right? That's the point where once it gets there, option premiums are going to be not at their maximum, but that's where you want to start thinking about, should I pull this trigger or not? Under 20 is where you want to be, as far under 20 as possible. 15 is probably optimal, because I haven't seen it under 15 in I don't know how long, years. So look at HUT grinding to the 14.8. It's going sideways now though. We got Blade here, BLDE, still grinding. I thought it might turn into a rocket. Now I gotta go way down there. Shoot. But you see why I use Robinhood for the power hour, because I can see when something turns up and turns down for the most part. I don't get that unless I'm running multiple screens, multiple windows, multiple browsers, if you would. And you just can't get that like this, or at least I haven't found. If you know of one, let me know that has this kind of functionality to where you can see a little bit of the stock name, a little bit of the chart for the day, and then what it's done for the day and what price it's at. And I will absolutely try that. Absolutely will. So, all right, we're at the end of this. We're going to start to go back up now. And then I was 258, guys. I've got to get to the top here pretty quick. What else you guys seeing? I've got to get out of some positions here. Joan has, thank you very much. Maybe a little bit though, but I probably got slippage on Robinhood when I sell off here, which is going to be suck. Dats, what are you doing? I guess, did I get some big time slippage? I did. Look at that, 8 cents of slippage on one order. I'll wait on that one so if I can pick it back up. 8 cents on an $8 F. So GAMB, it's probably going to continue to go back up. It's at 65% though. I'm pretty sure on Monday that's probably not going to continue, but who am I to say what the market's going to do? Boy, this is I don't want to sell DATs, but the slippage was too much. I've got 1 minute to get out of all of this. 1 minute, guys. I cannot believe that an hour has gone by. We have seriously done some rocket. Oh, I'm stuck. What do I got? All right, so market just closed. After hours, I can still get out of this. STAF is down. It's going sideways. Over the weekend, I'll look at these. And actually, I need to look now if I'm going to get out of them. EYEG, do not trust the stock. Sell it. Sell all. Set limit. What did it? $1.68. I'll just get out of it. Show out extended. And we are out of, or at least somebody will take that for sure. And STAF, I want to get out of as well. Sell all. Limit price, of course. Yes. 212. So that's about all that I've got today, guys. I really appreciate you guys jumping on here. It's always fun, especially on the green days. I love the chat. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, DB. Thank you, Mercy. Love to see you guys every day, 2 o'clock my time. One of these days we'll put a drinking game to this thing. You know what? I should call this Power Hour. What you thinking? What you trading? What you thinking? What you drinking? What you thinking? What you trading? Something along those lines. ELV is already going down, guys, in after hours. I want to let you know that if you jumped on that one and you missed it like I did. 786. I'm jumping out of it because I do not want to have the weekend risk. Says I'll lose a penny. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to stay in ANIX. This one was a late bloomer, a late comer to the party. I'm probably going to stay in that one. I'm going to see what it does on Monday. It's just one share, though, so it's not like if it's down 30%, it's not going to kill me. All right, with that being said, guys, appreciate you guys. Hey, you have a great weekend. I am going to do the stocks to watch. I'm going to do stocks to watch probably on Saturday. Should have that up around noon or 1 o'clock on Saturday for you guys, where I vet the insider stocks. I vet the smart money trades, and that'll be up on Saturday. And then we'll see if we can get some shorts out as well. So with that being said, guys, you have a great weekend. Watch your six. You go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much.